Welcome back to Razzberry Tea Time. I am your host, Spenny T, and joining me as always is my co-host. It's Cameron.
It's me. I had a bit that I was going to do and I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, that happens. Couple of announcements up top here quick. We have new merch that is live currently at the time that you are listening to this, so please go down to the description of the episode and check it out. We got Razzberry Times catchphrases down there.
Go buy it!
Fun. Cameron's got his "Hi, my name is" a bunch of different stuff because he changes it every week. Mm-hmm. Except he didn't this week because all he said was
Well, no, that's just the newest one is It's not on there. It's not on there. It's not on this run. But
no,
yeah.
We have the first 24 episodes worth though. And mine is "It's fine" because apparently I say that a lot according to large majority of our listeners. Yeah.
No, you say it. You say it when we're not in the podcast. So you just said it again.
Whatever. It's fine. Yeah. So yeah, we've got that on some merch. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Go buy it.
Yeah, go buy it. Please support us. We love you.
We need money.
Also, make sure that you are subscribed to us on your listening platform and or YouTube or wherever. Also, we have a YouTube channel now. You should go down into the links below. Go to our link tree and check that out. Currently, all that we have up there is we should have 2 podcasts up there at this point, and then we are just trying some stuff, and we have a tea time. So make sure that you're just going down below, checking it out. There should be 2 podcasts up, and then we're just trying some stuff out, so let us know how we did. I don't know if we're going to continue it or not, but we've got a video rendition of just the new sandwiches throughout the week.
Oh, there is 2 up. Look at that.
Yeah, it's all very cool stuff. But other than that, I think we should get into the new sandwiches.
Oh, hey, look at that. New sandwich time. I'm so excited. I'm hungry. I want some sandwiches.
I actually am very hungry right now. I am.
Yeah.
Okay, so Valve has announced the Steam Deck, a handheld gaming PC that can run your entire Steam library and starts at $399. So basically, it's a Nintendo Switch that's $400 that can run Steam.
Nice.
And that's about all I got out of it.
That's like a low-end gaming PC, like a really low-end gaming PC.
Very low-end. So I'd be really worried about performance on this. But who knows? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe it's not going to be garbage.
It's possible that it's streaming it and not actually running it itself, but I don't 100% know.
Yeah. You want to hear some cool, fantastically fun news?
I love cool, fantastically fun news. Can you please tell me?
The Mandalorian Season 3 has reportedly begun filming. Yay! I'm so excited. We had no Mandalorian this year, and I'm very sad.
But we will get the Book of Boba Fett soon.
Yes.
Very excited. Boba Fett boy.
Boba Fett. Yeah, big boy.
Big boy.
Boba Fett.
Big boy, Boba Fett.
Yeah. I miss him from Aquaman already. I want him back.
Stop it.
Aquaman takes place after the Book of Boba Fett when he settles down to become a dad.
A lighthouse keeper.
Yeah.
Clearly, what happened is that he got some sort of surgery and got rid of all the scarring, so he looks like a pretty normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when his wife has to leave him for 20 years, he just gets scarred again.
Yes. Marvel's Blade has reportedly landed a director, Bassam Tariq, and the only thing that he's really done that's been a decent hit was an indie film called Magul Mowgli. So I believe it was like a Jungle Book rendition kind of thing. But that's pretty cool. That movie is getting off its feet and starting to get rolling. They announced it over 2 years ago, and this seems to be the first actual hint of it actually existing. Okay, Activision CEO Bobby Kotick says that the company plans to hire 2,000 plus new employees over the next year. Also on Activision news, this one's so much fun, and clearly it all ties in together. The California state government has filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for, quote-unquote, some truly horrifying workplace issues, including what the lawsuit alleges as a frat culture at work. I'll read one section of the actual filing. Defendants have also fostered a persuasive frat boy workplace culture that continues to thrive. In the office, women are subjected to cube crawls in which male employees drink copious amounts of alcohol as they crawl their way through the various cubicles in the office and often engage in inappropriate behavior towards female employees. Male employees proudly come into work hungover, play video games for long amounts of time during work while delegating their responsibilities to female employees, engage in banter with their female employees about sexual encounters, talk only about female bodies, and joke about rape. I've got 2 more sections, but we'll just leave that there for now.
So a lot of people deserve to get fired.
Yeah. And yeah, that's just like not okay, man.
And I think for some people probably have to go to therapy on both sides.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's rough.
I can't even like that's
like
it's not
90s
good.
frat stuff, dude.
It's just not good. A cubicle crawl? Like why is that a thing?
Because it's Blizzard.
Let's move on to a different gaming company. Netflix.
No, stop.
Netflix gaming will primarily be focused on mobile games, and it should be of no extra fees to its users. So that's neat, I suppose. The news broke last week at some point. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast at all, but man, some more stuff is coming out about it now, and it's just why. Apparently they have some like pretty big deals going on with some companies, but it's all kind of behind the scenes stuff we don't really know about yet. But some big stuff might actually come out of this, and that could be cool.
Yeah.
The vice president over at Marvel Studios, Victoria Analoso, I butchered that. Victoria Alonso. There we go.
Yeah, that's
Confirms that
Alonso.
Hawkeye and Miss Marvel will still be premiering on Disney Plus before the end of this year.
What did you even say? Did you say Alonoso?
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. It's fine. I can butcher it. It's fine.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, actually, wait. I mean, not oh, no. Oh, yeah. I'm excited for these series again. Loki star Jack Veal says Kid Loki is the oldest variant in the Void. I found that very interesting. That's very cool.
It is very cool.
That must mean like nobody ages while they're in the Void.
I mean, that's what I took from it. But then, so that makes me think, like, does anybody at all age when they're in, like, the TVA area or the Void? Because I don't think so. Because it seems pretty apparent that at this time, people that were a part of the TVA... Oh, spoilers for Loki, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's too late.
It's fine. But they were, like, not aging because they'd been there for... God knows how long. Exactly.
Many long eons. Because Renslayer even says that her and Mobius were friends for eons before she vaporized him to the Void.
Yeah, so it just makes me think that nobody ages when they're like outside of the timeline. So, yeah.
I mean,
pretty cool.
The TVA does take place like somewhere outside of time. That's the lore behind it. So,
yeah. HBO's The Last of Us series reportedly, after they were like, hey, this is going to cost $10 million per episode, apparently there's been more stuff that's like, this is going to cost more than $10 million an episode. So that's pretty cool. It's going to be an expensive show, but it's going to be totally worth it.
They're like, each episode is a short film pretty much at this point.
Oh, yeah. That's literally what it's going to be. So, like, I know that they're still filming early parts of the show, but... Which just makes me think about The Mandalorian, right? So, like, maybe they're just doing some stuff without Pedro Pascal. Also, it's very possible that he could just, like, not be on set because helmet.
Oh, yeah. Theater owners are upset. They're blaming Black Widow's simultaneous release on Disney Plus for the Marvel movie's box office plummet.
It makes sense. I'd be frustrated, too.
Well, it's not going away. So
it should. I'm not a fan of the premiere.
I'm just saying, like, it's not going to go away. It's making money in places. Of course, it's not going to go away. If it's making money, it's not going to go away.
I think it's something that should be waned out over time and not just, like, taken away. But, like, start doing it with less and less movies. And then, like, and have more of them premiere only in theaters. Like, it's okay to have some things that come out on Premiere Access on Disney Plus, but I think it should be going down over time to get back to, because like Disney's not going to make necessarily more or less money because of that, but they might eventually ruin the theater industry if it's not already ruined already.
Well, theaters are probably a thing of the past if you really look at it.
But I love theaters. I know you don't.
I can't wait to go sit on my leather couch and fall asleep halfway through the new Captain America movie. It's not that I hate theaters. I just hate that one theater. It's so expensive.
So yeah, it's just not a good situation for theaters. Like, no matter what happens, it's not going to be great. But I do think that it's kind of strange that it did go down so far and lose to Space Jam. I can't. Space Jam is interesting, to be honest. But man, like, it should not have lost. It is a way better movie than that. And for it to drop that much in its second weekend is kind of embarrassing. But also, I get the Disney Plus stuff. Fortnite data miner says that the Ariana Grande in-game concert is coming soon. And that's all I got to say on that. It's just, Vivian Lyra Blair has reportedly been cast as a young Leia in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. That's big news in my opinion. It shows that they're either going to bring back Leia's mom and dad and show them, or like they're going to show a Force connection. I don't know. But I think it's cool that we might see a young Leia. And when I say young, I mean like this girl is young. Like not even close to the 19 that Princess Leia was in A New Hope.
So Sung Kang will reportedly be playing the fifth brother, the Inquisitor character from Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. And that kind of excites me because he plays Han in the Fast franchise, right?
That's exactly who he plays.
Yeah. I recognized the name, and I didn't know if it was if he played Han or if he played something from another series. But yeah, no, that's really cool. Han.
Yeah,
definitely.
So
yeah,
both Vivian and Sung Kang all coming to the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
What else is going on Disney Plus?
Well, it's not really what's going on with Disney Plus. It's just Don Cheadle, the star of Armor Wars, can't really spoil anything because he doesn't know what's actually going to happen in the series. And I'm assuming that's because he doesn't have the script.
Dude, Don Cheadle's been in the news way too much the last 2 weeks, and none of them are for good reasons. I mean, Emmy, whatever, that's good for him, I guess. But he came out and was like, yeah, I don't really know why I was nominated either. And now he's like, yeah, I can't really spoil anything about the show because I don't really know anything about it. And it's like, dude, this is literally your show. I'm right? Right? Like, this is his show and he doesn't know anything about it? I don't know. It seems weird that the actors that are playing the characters don't get to help build the character at all, through the show. It's just they show up and read the script.
I feel like with my track record of where I stand in the Marvel multiverse at this point now, the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, not even the universe anymore, it's the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse, guys. MCM. Yes.
Sounds funny.
It's different because that's how we have to refer to it now. Yeah, but knowing where I stand in the whole multiverse, I think I'm more excited for Armor Wars than I am for Loki 2. We get to watch Don Cheadle protect the legacy.
This makes sense. This makes a lot of sense for you, but I don't know. You're
Mr.
also a big
Stark.
Loki fan.
Yeah, I am. You know what I'm really excited for? The announcement of the Ironheart series. Because I want to see if they'd bring back RDJ as the holographic Tony Stark like they did for the comics.
I don't think they will, for one very good reason.
He costs too much.
Money.
Yeah.
Money. Mm. You know what I'm also not excited for? Grease, Rise of the Pink Ladies prequel series officially ordered by Paramount Plus. Dude, I feel like Paramount Plus is you want a show? We will literally give you a show if you want a show. Here, do you want a show? We'll just take our money, please. We need content, baby.
Sorry, I'm allergic to that.
Yeah, it's just like, what? Why?
Grease as a standalone movie and then musical adaptation, flawless, perfect. Leave it as is. There
I don't
you
think
go.
I've ever actually seen all of Grease.
Grease 2, garbage.
Yeah, because
Wait, you haven't seen all of Grease? We're gonna watch 2 John Travolta movies, and then we're gonna compare. We're gonna watch
Pulp Fiction and Grease.
Nope. We're gonna watch Grease, and then we're gonna watch that Saturday Night, whatever that one is.
Saturday
where he's
Night
just
Fever?
the dancing guy. Yeah, Saturday Night Fever, that one. We're gonna watch those 2 movies.
We should watch Pulp Fiction too.
That is definitely not a movie that you should be comparing to Grease because they're 2 very different.
We should
vibes.
definitely compare it to Grease. I think it'd be awesome.
No, because Grease takes place in a certain decade, and then Saturday Night Fever is it Saturday Night Fever or Saturday
It just
Night
always
Fever?
bugged me because, like, man,
They
they're
take place
supposed to
in
be
2
like
different eras.
17-year-olds, but John Travolta literally looks 38. Like, that always has bugged me.
And then after we would do the John Travolta movies, we're going to do Face Off and then watch another 2 Nick Cage movies.
So we just, like, transition from John Travolta to Nick Cage slowly.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be the worst month of recordings.
Yeah. So a leaked
Don't say
Pokemon
yeah.
Go Fest from 2021, the data is revealing that the mythical Pokemon Hoopa is in the game, but he
Hoopa.
will not appear during the event. Well, he at least won't be catchable, but it seems like he is being set up to join the game soon.
Hoopa. Man, remember when we would all get together and play Pokemon Go?
That's pretty dope. I kind of miss it. But,
I don't.
Man, Pokemon Go took up too much of my time for a while.
Yeah, you guys, we just so we're all clear. Spencer's girlfriend and I were at the same level around the same time of starting this, and then the next time we had meet up, she was 10 levels ahead of me.
Oh, whatever. It was not 10.
I still haven't leveled up once since we started playing.
It was not 10 levels, though.
Feels like it. You guys played a lot.
All right, you ready for some? It's not controversy. I'm trying to think of the right word. Basically
Drama?
stirring up people's brain
Drama?
cannon and stuff. So
Drama.
Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil in the Netflix TV series Daredevil, canceled on a fan appearance at a fan convention, and it has convinced those very fans that he is participating in the Spider-Man No Way Home reshoots right now, and that's why he had to cancel.
I really, as much as I want to see Daredevil in the Marvel universe, I don't want him to appear in Spider-Man. I feel like he should get either his own standalone or like a team up thing.
I just think that people are thinking that Spider-Man No Way Home is going to be a completely different movie than what it actually is going to be. So, like, they think that he's going to be going on trial and stuff, but I feel like that's not going to happen in this movie. You know? Like, he's going to be going to the multiverse, probably.
Okay. Hear me out, right? So we have the other 2 Spider-Mans that, like, from the other Spider-Man universes that are supposed to be in this movie.
Uh-huh.
Do you think we would actually be seeing a Miles Morales or is that just like off the table, you think? Like too many Spider-Mans?
Wait, what's too
Like
many Spider-Mans?
Like if they were to throw in a Miles Morales Spider-Man in No Way Home.
I don't know. I think it'd be a great idea because of the success of Into the Spider-Verse and the video game. Like, I think it'd be a great idea to be getting him into the movies. Like,
yeah. That's what I was thinking. But at the same time, is that too many Spider-Mans where they should probably save a crossover for the second Spider-Verse movie, and then like Tom Holland could pop and be like, "Oh, I'm Tom Holland, Spider-Man."
I'm Spider-Man. I want a Southern Spider-Man now. He's just like flying around Dallas.
From Queens.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, partners, I'm from Queens.
I'll be swinging into your there ranch, sir. He's swinging in real fast. I'm going to ride on horseback, and then I'm going to go
Are your
zippity-doo-dah with
horses
my
registered, sir? The answer's no. Well, I'm going to have to confiscate them, sir. That is a completely different Spider-Man I don't want to see.
I'd be very interested to see this.
Instead of Spider-Man stopping an armed robbery in New York, he's like riding through Dallas, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, are those horses registered? No?
Horses.
Well, I'm going to have to confiscate them."
And then he just goes riding through town on horseback.
Spider horse. Yeehaw, brother! The spider or the horse is shooting webs out of its hooves and flying around the city.
Yeehaw.
I feel like we've started something we shouldn't have.
Oh man. Okay. So what else has happened is that Dune, a Debbie B film, it should be on HBO Max here pretty soon, got its second trailer. And let me tell you,
it looked bad.
It actually looked kind of good.
Oh, I was going to guess where you were going with that because you're like, let me tell you.
Like, I was not excited for this at all because it's not a franchise that I know anything about or care about at all. But Oscar Isaac's got a cool beard and it's very sexy and I like it. Timothy Chalamet, he looks pretty cool. I don't really watch anything that he's in, but he's pretty cool. Dave Bautista, my guy. Love that guy. And then a bunch of other people. Jason Momoa's in this movie. Like, everybody's in this movie, and I love it.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, they're brothers.
But it actually looks cool.
I mean, you totally weren't just talking about it.
But that's actually a totally different thing. I believe that was from the Apple TV series. I don't think they're brothers in this. I think Dave
Why are they in
Bautista's
so
one
many
of the bad
projects
guys,
together then?
And then Jason Momoa is on the good guy team, but I think he's just like friends with Timothy Chalamet.
Momoa.
Jason Momoa. So if anybody didn't check yet, please go to our social media accounts right now and check out the picture that was posted within the last week-ish as Cameron dressed up as Aquaman and I dressed up as LeBron James in Space Jam apparel. And then we stood in the lake. The lake.
A lake.
It was certainly a lake.
I would say more of a giant pond.
A giant pond. I mean, it was a decent-sized lake. You got to remember that was like the small part of the lake that's kind of like reserved from the rest of it. And then there's a lot more open area on the other end.
I am open area.
On the other end, yes. Okay, so Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, states that he will not be returning for Hobbs in Fast and Furious 10 or 11, and quote, "And I wish them the best of luck on Fast 10 and Fast 11 and the rest of the Fast and Furious franchises that they do without me." I messed up the last part, but other than that, it's pretty accurate. And he also was like, man, Dim Diesel is a big butthead.
Din Veedle.
Oh, I messed it up. Dim Veedle. Dim Veedle is just an idiot. I laughed. He said something like, I laughed when he said that thing about me being a bad actor and then him pushing me to be a better actor with tough love. So, yeah, good for him, to be honest. He's moving on to bigger and better things, so good for him.
I guess that's what The Rock was cooking.
Netflix has come out and said that in Q2 of 2021, they lost around 400,000 subscribers in the U.S. and Canada, but saw a nice international growth, specifically in the Asian Pacific region.
I was one of those 400,000 people.
Did you actually stop getting Netflix?
So we shared an account with Anne's mom, and then we closed that account, and then we opened a new one that we have. So technically, yes.
Yeah, because I don't pay for any of the streaming services that I have.
But
I have like 6 streaming services, and I don't pay for any of them.
We pay for all of them. Okay, not all of them. Most of them. We share.
I did pay for some for a while, but then it was like I stopped using it, so I was like, I don't really want to pay for this.
This is expensive.
Yeah, so the Netflix stuff, that's not, honestly, in Netflix's point of view, that's probably not that big of a deal, to be honest. Especially if they're seeing more international growth, then what's the difference? Because the entire world is a little bit bigger of a market than just the US and Canada. So if they're losing a few there, and apparently it had something to do with COVID and whatnot there, because they gained a bunch of subscribers there, so they're basically getting back down to their normal numbers just because people got it when everything was locked down, and now people can go out more, so they just lost a bunch of those subscribers. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. It was kind of just like a short-term boost anyways. But on to other streaming services. The HBO Max original movie Batgirl cast Leslie Grace from In the Heights as the titular character Batgirl. I'm excited for this. It's going to be so weird. Hopefully we just get Ben Affleck. Hopefully. That's all I want.
You don't want Patterson Batman?
I mean, I want that too, like a lot. Like a very good amount. I really want Bat. Shout out to Weekly Planet. But
Rob Bat and Bat.
Rob Bat Bat and Bat. It's just a phrase that they made up. It's pretty funny. But I don't know. I'm just excited for this. I'm excited for everything. Like, I think that's something that I feel really strong about right now. Like, I'm genuinely excited for everything that's coming out of Star Wars, Marvel, DC, like a bunch of games that are coming out within the next year or two. I'm just like really excited about everything that's coming out.
A lot different than last year around this time.
Nothing came out. Actually, at this time, stuff was coming out. Because July, just about a year ago, Ghost of Tsushima came out. And then like a month before that, The Last of Us Part 2 came out. So stuff was coming out, specifically on the PlayStation side. But obviously no movies were coming out other than Bloodsport.
At this point last year, I was a pretty semi-successful streamer. I was making money from it. It was the summer. I would have been preparing to move at this point and just working a decent amount. And that's about it. I already had moved.
I have not moved yet.
I was here for at least 3 months already.
I did not move until August 1st. So I would have moved in like a week-ish.
Oh, yo, it was around this time last year where I was like, yo, this job is not going to work anymore, because I was getting up at midnight to drive to work just to be there on time.
That's a big oof.
Mega oof. Like, I would get home from work at about, I would say, probably noon or later, because these were when I was picking up the 15-hour days. I would either sleep when I got home and wake up and do it all over again, or I would get home, make food, and then go to sleep. And that's what I was like, nope, that's not going to work for me. So, yeah, here we are now.
Yeah, that's just how it works, though.
If that wouldn't have happened, this show would not be happening, so.
Yeah. So we've got some Black Panther Wakanda Forever news. So the actor playing M'Baku has come out and said that he is returning, as well as we got some new casting news. Actress, I don't want to butcher this, Michaela Cole is being cast in an unknown role, but also she's bald, so I'm guessing she's going to be a part of the
Dora Milaje.
Dora Milaje. Exactly. Thank you. I kind of forgot what that word was, so thank you.
Like Dora the Explorer and then Milaje, like Taj Mahal, but then it's not that. It's Milaje.
Milaje.
My brain works weird.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie is going to be something interesting. You see, there was some news about Angela Bassett came out and said that the script has changed like 6 times and she can't keep up with it. Like big major changes has happened 6 times.
Well, I mean, what can you really do when you promised a sequel, but then like your head guy's like he just passes away of unfortunate causes? Like, of course, if you're still dedicated to like bringing a sequel, there's going to be a lot of changes because you basically have to write his character out without like disgracing everything that he's created.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's like they very easily could have either canceled the movie or just been like, "Oh, let's just recast. It'll be easy." That no, they're going the right way.
If they recast, I don't think I could support this movie at all.
I don't think anybody could. Well, maybe some people.
I don't know. If they recast Chadwick's character, I'd be so upset. I'm glad that it's going to be more of a passing the mantle of Black Panther, which, like, in the comics, yeah, that's totally how it works, too. Like T'Challa didn't have it for that long. It makes sense that if he was to die, then it would be passed on, too. Also, I just don't know how they're going to explain. Like, are they just going to say that he just died right after Endgame? I don't know. But the Army of the Dead's anime spinoff, Lost Vegas, will be premiering on Netflix in spring 2022. You still have not seen Army of the Dead, have you?
I have not.
I think that we should watch Army of Thieves because I really enjoyed that character in Army of the Dead, and I think that movie is actually going to be a total bop. And also, I want to support Zack Snyder. What can I say? I want to help the guy out.
I just want to say, we've been doing this for like 50 minutes. It's not going to stay that way, obviously, because we've been having a lot of issues, but we've been doing this for 50 minutes, and we're not even done with the news. We're almost done, but we're not done.
All right, we got a little bit more The Last of Us HBO news. What do you got?
Yeah, The Last of Us on HBO. We talked about their $10 million episodes that is probably going to end up costing more than $10 million per episode, but they casted the character for Tess, who is going to be played by none other than, drum roll please, Anna Trove.
That actress we don't know from stuff.
Yep. Gotcha. Made you think it was going to be some big name. Haha. Tricked you.
I know I watched a playthrough of Nolan North and Troy Baker play the first Last of Us game where they like got on guest stars from the game. So like different actors that were in it. And I remember Troy Baker brought up a really good point about how in the grand scheme of things, like Tess has a very minimalistic screen time role, right? But in the overall arch of things, like she basically sets the entire thing in motion where she's like, dude, you gotta like take care of this kid. You gotta get her there. Like this is important and I want you to realize that. So like the entire thing wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Tess's character.
Speaking of Last of Us, I just have it sitting here in front of me and I really want to play it now.
You should definitely really play it because I really want to play it too.
We're saving that for after we finish Red Dead with your Amish Morgan.
We should definitely finish Red Dead at some point. All right,
Yeah.
well, that wraps up the news sandwiches.
Yeah, this was a good one.
This was a good one. There's a lot of good news in there.
Yeah, we didn't have like a whole bunch of bad news.
No. So, a little bit later, we're going to be talking about the Birds of Prey in preparation for James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, which comes out in about a couple weeks here. But before that, I watched Gunpowder, Milkshake, and we've got the table talk. Are you ready to get into it?
No, before we start, you're talking about this. I think doesn't Suicide Squad 2 or the second one come out the same week that What If does?
It's very close. I think Suicide Squad is August 6th and What If is August 11th, I believe.
Oh, so we might be good then. We might be good.
I think we are good.
We are very good.
We're the best, actually, if you didn't know.
We are toasty.
Like a piece of toast, or like we're warm to the point that we're toasty?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that made sense. So this week we had some nice, fun streams, man. On Monday this week we had a good time. We would have some YouTube videos of it, but Cameron's audio got cut out, so we can't use it.
Yep.
Also, again, please check out our social media accounts because there's a very special picture up there right now.
Oh, no.
Other than that, I've watched a ton of How I Met Your Mother with Emily this week. Like, a lot. We started season 5, right? We got into it, and now we're on, like, episode 19 or 20. So we've watched, like, 15 episodes this week, which is a lot more than normal. Other than that, I know you have the same thing on there, but we beat the Ender Dragon with the squad in Minecraft. Yeah. We explored a couple end cities, and now we all have elytras, and we're all just zooming around. And then we started making a nether roof gold/XP farm. We got that started last night.
I think the server... Okay, so you know, when you play Minecraft, a lot of it is like grind until basically you beat the bosses. We fought the Wither. We're going to be doing another one, but we fought the Wither already. We fought the End Dragon. The next one would be probably like an ocean monument boss, and then we have to fight the Warden when that releases. But right now, I think the server, more than anything, is just going through a revamp. I'll talk about it more later, but I'm working on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We have some friends. They're all working on a lot of stuff right now. It's like a time of peace right now. It's really nice.
So other than that, I played through some more of Pokemon Shield, which I've already played Sword, but I'm playing through Shield again with a completely different team, just mixing it up. So far, now I have beaten the 4th and 5th gym, and after that, I can get past Route 9, get the bike upgrade, so I can get one of the last team members I need. Also, I'm going to be switching out like my starter Pokemon, because I want to try and get all dual typing Pokemon, and right now I have Inteleon, which it's just water type, so I want to get a water and something else type. And then I also have, I can't even think of what its name is, but it's just grass type, and I want to switch that out for grass plus something. Just because I think I don't know, I just want to try and be as beneficial and get as many type coverage as possible. So yeah, I'm going to be switching out some of my team members, including my highest level Pokemon and my starter Pokemon. It feels kind of mean, I don't know, but whatever. Other than that, I was sick one day this week. I had some issues with my stomach.
I wouldn't go much further into that.
And so last week I watched Ocean's 12 because I'd watched Ocean's 11 at the cabin a few months ago. Maybe it was a year ago. I don't even know. So I wanted to watch 12, and then on the day that I was sick, I watched 13, and then I went back to watch 11 after that. Just because I was like, oh, I want to watch more of this. I'm a big fan of the Steven Soderbergh heist films. I don't know why, but I just really enjoy like the big team all working together to make one glorious heist at the end of the movie. So like, I think I've talked about Logan Lucky before, a movie that has Daniel Craig, Channing Tatum, Adam Driver. It's got a great cast, but it's basically like an Ocean's 11, but there's a smaller team and they're hillbillies, and I love it. Like, so these movies plus Logan Lucky is just great. I don't know. I love it. Other than that, man, I've played some Call of Duty for the first time in a long time. Like, I think I didn't play for like a month before I moved, and I've been living here for 2 months. So it's been about 3 months since I've played. It was kind of nice to get back. I was actually pretty good. I was not as bad as I thought I was going to be. Like, I was expecting myself to do a lot worse. But other than that, we've got some big news. I went ahead and pulled the trigger on getting a studio microphone. So right in front of me right now, what I'm speaking into right now is a Shure SM7B microphone. And when you get into the XLR microphones, you need a lot more than just the microphone. It's not a USB mic. Like, there's a lot of stuff that has to go into this. So I had to get a new mic arm. I had to get an extender to create some space for the XLR cable. I had to end up buying 3 XLR cables instead of just 2. I had to get an audio interface. I had to get a cloud lifter because since this microphone is a studio mic and it only picks up what's right next to it, you have to basically give it some preamp. So that's another $150 just for that. So big investments here. So yeah, just keep listening, keep growing our community with us. We'd love you.
So something you were talking about the heist movies, right? Like you like heist movies?
Yes, big fan.
We should watch the movie that's literally just called The Heist, starring Morgan Freeman, Christopher Walken, William H. Macy. That's a big cast already. I think that would be good if we watched that.
Wait, which movie? What's it called?
It's called The Heist, and then like the subtitle is There's an Art to Every Crime.
Cool. I've never heard of it. Actually, I'd love to watch something like that.
It's a 2013 movie.
I think all of this actually goes back to Sly Cooper, which is kind of funny. Just like stealing stuff as a
heist game?
Cartoon raccoon. Yeah. And it's just all of it goes back to that.
Yeah, so anyway, as Spencer said, we played Minecraft this week, beat the Ender Dragon. I had this, so basically, since the start of the game, I had this little like wooden shack that we kind of ran everything out of, or at least my little house was just this wooden shack, 2-floor, had a nice little bed, little kitchen area, but about 2 days ago, I tore that all down, and now I'm building this really nice colonial style house. Can't wait for it to be done. But
yeah, I checked it out actually.
It's definitely
Cameron was going to get on yesterday, but then he didn't because sleep. And
I slept like a baby. I slept for at least 11 hours.
Like you said, you slept horribly too. So you slept for a long time, but it was bad.
Oh yeah, no, my posture posture was awful.
You from Boston?
Posture. Posture from Boston.
Yeah. So I checked out his house yesterday while he was sleeping. It's pretty good. It looks great. I'm excited to see the finished product.
I have a lot of work I have to do, but yeah. No, I have to push it out a little bit more. I talked to Johnny. I thought it would be really cool if you walk in, there's these double doors and you walk in, and then you have the stairs on each side. You can turn left or right to go into like a different part of the house, but then you walk back and there's like this area. I want to push this wall back, and I think it'd be really cool to have like this giant freestanding tree in like the middle of all of that. I don't know. I have to work with that, but I have a lot of stuff planned for my Minecraft house.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, other than that, we watched some episodes of The Blacklist, watched some Friends, a lot of funny meme time. I watched a lot of funny memes on YouTube. Oh, yeah, we played Smash Bros. At Spencer's.
Yeah, we had Shen come over.
Mario Kart.
We had
Pizza party. Yeah, it was a great time.
We had some
Same time this Saturday.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Well, not same time, same people. But yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep grinding the
great.
Smash Bros until we get from horrible to slightly less worse.
My favorite character is the Wii Fitness guy, and I named him Bruh. His name is Bruh, and he runs around fighting people and saying, "Would you like to buy our Wii Fitness training program?"
Some people may get
Don't
that,
laugh at
but
that.
it's a very niche joke.
Only one person would get
Sean.
that, I think.
It's Sean.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I don't even think Sean listens
I don't think
to
he
our
does
show.
either.
He's too busy for that. He's
Well,
a military boy.
boy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for this week. A lot of
Yeah.
gaming.
Other than that,
Yeah.
are you ready to get into a little bit of sugar, which it comes in the form of a
Yeah.
milkshake? A gunpowder milkshake. So basically, this movie, I didn't want to put in the weekly tea because Cameron wasn't going to watch it, but I figured it would fit really good into the little bit of sugar just because we don't have to touch on it that much. We can just kind of breeze over it. So this movie, we got Karen Gillan. She's great. So basically, she's Nebula, but she's just a regular human being. And imagine this movie is basically just Black Widow, right? So it's just centered around a female just kicking butt. And then she's got to protect this little girl. So that's pretty cool. I feel like this is all like trailer stuff, so it's okay. But yeah, I think if you have Netflix and you're looking for a very high violence, just fun action romp, this is good. This is for you. Because most people have Netflix except for Cameron. But yeah, no, for real, I would check this out if you have Netflix and you just want like a high violence movie that's a decent amount of fun. Check it out. I think that Karen Gillan is not given that much to do in this movie, to be honest. Like, it's similar to the way that I talked about Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther, where he's not supposed to, like, he does what he's supposed to do, but it's just like not that interesting of a character at some points. Whereas, like, she gets through the development where she's basically been scarred from her mom leaving her, and then she wants to be a good parental figure towards this girl that she killed her father. But yeah, no, this movie was a lot of fun, and I would definitely recommend giving it, just give it a chance. Put it on for Netflix for a little bit, because everyone has Netflix. That's all I got from this.
You know what else is a high violence action
Why
romp?
do we watch just female-centric violent romps this week?
Because
I didn't realize how
awesome.
similar
it's
these were
awesome.
until you said that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It was a great time.
Yes.
I continue to be wowed by the movies that get put on the Warner Brothers side of the superhero universe.
Yes.
Or in this case, the anti-heroes. I wouldn't say villains, because a lot of these people are anti-heroes other than Harley.
Yeah, 100%. Like, every single one of them is not even necessarily an anti-hero, but the Birds of Prey themselves are just heroes. I wouldn't even put them in anti-hero. Like, yeah, they're probably prone to be more violent, but...
I would say they're anti-heroes in this movie specifically.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Because, yeah, they're not doing vigilante justice. There was a lot of killing.
There was a lot of killing. That's true.
Yeah.
So, Cameron, what were your overall thoughts without spoiling the movie?
So, okay, here we go, right? I actually wrote some stuff down while I was watching this movie. So, the soundtrack, first off, that's a clap. Clap. Soundtrack, not a single point in this movie did I feel lost. The soundtrack was just awesome. The first 5 minutes was hard to look away from because it just kept moving. It was amazing. I guess most of the movie is centered around that feeling too, because you look away for a second, then you look back, and something else is just completely crazy and going on.
100%.
You know? Also, I'm going to say this, the big bad, Ewan McGregor, wow, phenomenal, dude. I feel like the thing is, too, I don't think he was acting. I think he was literally just letting out frustration on set.
Like, he's so over the top in this movie. I love it so much.
Yeah. Like there's, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's just this part where, like, he gets bad news, and he takes pillows, and he's like, what? And he just starts slapping a couch with pillows, and then he just goes back, and then he's like, what? And then he does it again. He's literally a toddler in this movie. It's great.
Dude, no, this movie has one of my favorite movie quotes where he's talking about the shrunken heads. It's like that's literally one of my favorites. It's like, now he's just an ornament in my house. Ew, gross.
It's like, yeah, it was like just a head ornament in my living room. Ew. And then he's fascinated by it.
He's just so funny in this movie.
Oh, that's another thing too. He's like a neat freak, but he does all of this like disgusting criminal stuff. So he's like constantly wearing gloves. It's amazing. His pink suit that he wore. Oh my gosh. Remember that?
I think it would have been cool to see him do more, like good. Wear the black mask. But I get it. Like, you have Ewan McGregor. You want to show his face.
You have to show his face. Yeah. I want Ewan McGregor to play more like mob style movies. I think he'd be great in like he looks great in a suit.
Yes, he also looks great in Jedi robes.
Oh yeah, we'll get to see more of that later.
Yeah, we will.
Like
with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Dude, I'm so hyped. Dude, there's so much great stuff coming out.
I know, I'm super excited. Like I said earlier, like so much stuff is coming out. I'm so excited about everything. So Cameron, you gave me your thoughts. Now tell me what the story was, because this is going to be difficult. This movie is a loop of crap.
I literally can't. So basically there's a murder that kills an entire family, right? I'm just going to go through the basic story, like chronologically how it would have taken, not from how, because Harley Quinn is like a terrible narrator.
Yeah, I know. She's all over the place. It's very fitting with the character.
It's literally the movie, what is it, like Shorts, where they tell a story, but it's all out of order. Have you seen that movie? Like, there's like this magic wishing stone.
I have no idea.
And they tell the movie. Oh, dude. Okay. Well, we're gonna watch that too at some point. But yeah. So basically, I would say probably about 10 to 15 years before this movie takes place, there's this giant mob family that gets just mass executed, right?
Bertinelli's.
And yeah. And oh, hold up. I found it. It's this like blue suede, like this teal suede suit. Oh my gosh, phenomenal. Anyway, yeah, that the thing gets the whole family gets murdered because they want this diamond with like a list of names on it. I don't remember what the names are.
It's not names.
To.
It's account numbers to get into their offshore banking accounts to get millions and millions of dollars.
See, right now on the blacklist, there's like a similar thing going on where the witness protection list went missing, and it's kind of like this whole. It's very similar to how this movie played out, kind of thing. But basically, so it's account numbers, not names, and they're searching for this diamond, but it goes missing, and then basically Harley Quinn and Joker break up, but the world doesn't know it yet, so she's still like safe from all of these people that want them dead, because Joker's a ruthless being. But then she blows up the Ace plant from Suicide Squad, where we get to see their like love blossom and stuff, and that sends a message to the world that she's now single and ready to mingle, but not in a good way. Not in a good way.
Like people
mingle
are gonna
as
come
in like
murder
fist
her.
fight. Oh, they do. They come in waves.
Yeah, they do.
It feels like a last man standing kind of thing. Yeah. And basically there's this kid and this cop. There's way too much going on, dude. I don't know what to say.
Okay, I can tell
you how it ended.
So basically, the kid goes to the police because she steals the diamond off the one guy, and then she has the diamond, then she swallows the diamond, then Harley Quinn has to go get her to get the diamond out of her using prune juice and laxatives, but it doesn't work.
Or a knife.
So then, stop. So then eventually there's this big showdown where Black Canary, Huntress, and Montoya all come together with Harley Quinn with the big stand against Black Mask and his goons. But then Black Mask eventually gets a hold of the kid, so then they have to go chase him down, and then they go to the Founders Pier, and then Cass, the kid, tells Harley like, oh, I stole your ring, and then you see this like a part of a grenade, and then Black Mask has the grenade, and then Harley Quinn goes big kick and kicks him into the water. He does not hit the water though, at least not whole. Then what happens, Cameron?
He blows up in the chunks.
It's like small chunks, like he turned into a lot of chunks.
I laughed way too hard when I saw that. He was like, "Oh!" And then he's just
poof, gone. He turned to dust.
It's more of like that, like Campbell's soup hitting the floor sound, but
like a beard, like it sounds like throw up essentially, like sploosh.
No, I would say like, have you ever dumped Campbell's soup on the floor?
No.
Oh, well then you wouldn't understand.
Yeah, is that a thing that most people have done?
So then. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Actually, no. It's more like if you dump a can of baked beans on the floor.
Ew.
Yeah. No, that's the sound. And then basically, did you spoil the movie or no?
Oh yeah, we did.
Okay.
We just
So
ran through what the
basically,
entire movie was. Yeah, we spoiled
yeah,
it.
Huntress is like she gets her fortune, right? Cuz
She's a
spoiler,
Bertinelli.
she's yeah, yep, there it is. And she funds the Birds of Prey, which is this little like crime fighting group. But Harley and the little girl go off and they start their little business as well. And she takes the girl under her wing as like an apprentice kind of thing. And yeah, I definitely foresee a sequel coming out for this.
At some point, maybe. But right now, I know that Margot Robbie has come out and said that she does not know what the future of Harley Quinn is currently.
I want a solo Harley Quinn movie.
This movie should not be titled Birds of Prey. I know that we talked about it, but like,
Yeah.
they basically changed the theater run name. So originally, most theaters like abbreviate so it can all fit on their board. But this movie started as Birds of Prey, and then changed to just Harley Quinn. So like the technical full title of this movie is Birds of Prey and the Fabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. And it's a lot. It's an insane amount of words. Like, this movie is a Harley Quinn movie that founds the Birds of Prey. So like there should maybe be like a separate Birds of Prey movie where they're just taking down more Gotham villains, or we should just get, a Ben Affleck solo movie, whatever.
Where he's hunting Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and then maybe
Wrap
he
up
could work
loose
together
ends.
with the Birds of Prey. I don't know. Also, where is Batman?
Stuck in the
It's
Snyderverse.
Justice League. He's
Yeah,
busy
he's still
doing
stuck
Justice
in the
League stuff.
Snyderverse. Yeah.
I think this movie is pretty cool in the way that you kind of get to see Gotham during the day. It's just very different to see it compared to what we normally see it as. It's just rooftops at night. Like, we actually get to see street level stuff. I think that's pretty cool.
And I think the idea behind that is like, so Batman is a creature of the night,
Uh-huh.
but he's also like always higher. He holds himself higher than like the scum and villainy that would be running around in Gotham. Whereas we get to see the scum and villainy in Gotham in this movie, you know?
Yeah. That's a cool connection I've never made.
Little bit of symbolism there.
So you've seen the original Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. People said it was bad. I enjoyed it.
I think it's fine. We did a ranking of it, so at some point in the
Yeah,
near
we did.
future, you'll probably see that out on our social media.
Oh, it'll probably be up the same day that this goes up, so.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So this movie has pretty small connections to Suicide Squad. Like, you see Jai Courtney's Captain Boomerang show up on a poster in GCPD. You don't actually have Jared Leto in this movie, but you see someone that looks similar to him. And then obviously you actually have Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn, which is the same Harley Quinn. But I don't know. It's very loosely connected to take place after Suicide Squad. But what are your thoughts on that?
I feel like so Suicide Squad didn't perform as well as they initially wanted.
Uh-huh.
That's an obvious thing. I feel like this was meant to be something like, okay, well, we're going to take a step away from that, but while trying to like maintain one of the better characters.
Exactly.
So they basically just took Harley out of this universe and put her into her own that still follows some of the rules from a previous universe they already established. Because they talked about Batman and how like that whole thing went, but they never once mentioned anything about like the Justice League or anything related to that.
I think
Superman
something,
destroying
yeah.
Metropolis.
So it like
and
very
everything
loosely
like that.
connects to the other stuff, right? But I think kind of what happened with this movie is they took Suicide Squad, right? And they took David Ayer's vision and they basically got a trailer house. So there's different studios to do different things. So they had a trailer company cut the entire Suicide Squad theatrical cut because they put Bohemian Rhapsody in the trailer and everyone was like, oh, this is going to be like Guardians of the Galaxy. And then David Ayer was like, wait, what? And then Warner Brothers took it away from him and was like, yeah, this is going to do this now. So then they literally just gave the movie to a trailer company and made them cut an entire movie based off of a trailer, right? So they took this movie and just Frankensteined it together to add some songs that don't really fit that well. So this movie is what Suicide Squad should have been, where it's all naturally incorporated into the filmmaking process and not just added in post. And I think that when it all flows together, So that's why I'm thinking like the Suicide Squad is going to be also very loosely connected, just because I think James Gunn can just do whatever he wants. So I believe the idea is that Suicide Squad was like the first iteration of the Suicide Squad. But then when we get to the team in the Suicide Squad, Amanda Waller and everybody has figured it out a little bit more. So it's more of like a actual like process of, oh, these are our people that we have. These are the villains that we got, like all that stuff. So it's all a little bit more figured out at that point. So I think that's kind of where this is going. So it connects, but it's very loose in my opinion.
I can see that. It works.
Yeah. You got anything else about this movie?
I want his suit.
You can get it today.
Actually, you can. Yeah, it's about $500.
At WBauctions.com. That's probably a thing. They sell a lot of props for charity and stuff.
No, it's a replica. It's not the actual suit.
Oh. So yeah, I'm just very excited for the Suicide Squad. And I don't know. I'm just super jazzed about it, man. I'm really excited to see some more DC live action property on the big screen.
Especially if it follows like this. This is great stuff.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot closer to this than Suicide Squad. But who knows? Everything I've seen about it so far has been wonderful. And oh my gosh, I love King Shark. I loved him in the Harley Quinn TV series. I'm going to love him in this movie, even though they're completely different. In the TV series, he's a smart hacker shark. In the movie, he's like a big, dumb, brute shark.
So, if anybody's played like the GTA Online story things where you get the nightclub and stuff, I know Spencer would be like not really following what I'm talking about right now, but basically the best way to describe Ewan McGregor's character in this movie is he's that Dave guy, the British guy that helps you go around and find people to perform at your nightclub. That's literally his character, just some crazy coked up man that has way too much fun until later parts of this movie where he turns into a psychopath. But yeah, that's literally his character.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome though. I don't know. I'm just super jazzed about everything.
I would have loved to see more of this character, honestly. Like, give us a 4-hour cut of this movie and it's just Ewan McGregor outtakes.
I don't know. It just looks like he's having fun the entire time and I love it.
They didn't give him a script. They just tell him to go on set and act. And he's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, be over the top when you react to everything. He's like, I can do that.
I can definitely do that.
I can definitely do that.
Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of Razzberry Tea Time. Make sure you stay up to date by following us at official Razzberry Tea Time socials on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links down below or our link tree wherever you can find us. You can find me on Instagram at Spenny_T is me and Twitter SpennyT is me. Cameron, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter as well, but however, it is not the Razzberry Tea unless you really want to go follow them, which I do recommend. I'm Apple_Raz on both of those.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you tell a friend about the podcast and help us grow our community. Subscribe, come again, and thank you for joining us today. And like we say here at the end of every episode of Razzberry Tea Time,
it's in my living room. Ew, gross.